Okay. No, when you're ready. What's going on? Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practice 1 West, 120th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K today is run by Commanding General Yohanna, the only man of the rank and the authority to be Israel's leader. I want to say Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Barakatam to my brothers, Yahweh Shamari Latan Basham, Yahweh Shai to my sisters. I.S.U.P.K law class today, Wednesday, 29th July. I've been looking at the laws of several laws of Israel, laws of the Israelites. Now, with crime comes rebellion. With crime comes what? With crime comes lawbreaking. True, right, yes, but that's about that. All right. With crime comes lawbreaker, and the lawbreaker come what? Punishment. All right. With crime comes punishment. So, all the crime, all the laws that we should follow, that we must follow, to be in sync with our Creator as punishment if you should disobey or break those laws. So far. True. Right, so we have law, one of the laws that we have, one of the things we have laws against, child sacrifice. Another one is sexual immorality. What's child sacrifice? What's child sacrifice? No one knows? What's child sacrifice?
Child sacrifice is giving our children to other nations.
To other nations. Alright. Bible context. It's alright because there's no sacrifice required of your children unto the Most High. So if you're making child sacrifices unto the other nation, or the gods of the other nations, Leviticus 20. Starting from 1.
Leviticus 20 verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the stranger that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones,
All right. Now, one thing you realize when our laws tell you of the punishment, especially if it is capital punishment, which is a death punishment, punishment by death. Even today, in the laws of any land, once you are sentenced to death, the method by which you should be killed is also named. When we used to hang persons out here, they were sentenced to death by hanging. And if it's public hanging, death by public hanging. In places of the states where they find, where Esau find 101 ways to kill a man, death by lethal injection. Which are we doing? Which are we? They haven't hung anyone in quite a while. Well, legally. Right. No, right. That was one of the method of killing, death by the guillotine. So your punishment is state if you indulge in child sacrifice. So you know that this is not a child sacrifice where you're going to commit or sanctify your child unto Molech. This sacrifice is like your sacrifice at Adibal, but the punishment is death. So, and they tell you it's death by what? Death by stooning. Right. Continue, verse 3.
Verse 3. And I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he has given of his seed unto Molech, to defile my sanctuary, and to profane my holy name.
Alright, so suppose now that man give his seed to Molech, but you didn't catch him. You slip him. The Most High now tell you that for sure. He will turn his face against that man. So even if you don't catch that man to give him the death penalty, he has no part with the Most High. He still have no part with the Most High. That's verse 104, or still 3.
Verse 4. Verse 4.
Well, and you read the part about to defile my sanctuary and profane my holy name. Alright, verse 4, go on.
Verse 4. And if the people of the land in any way hide their eyes from the man, when he giveth of his seed unto Molech, and kill him not. Verse 5.
How would they hide their eyes from that man? Well,
See him. They know, and so them not see. They not busy.
just like today, many of us hide our eyes from the crimes in our community. Don't. Yeah. Because we say, oh, I'm farmer. You see, that's one way you hide your eyes. You pretend you know, but you pretend you don't know. Just like things that happen in the church. Children are being molested and so on, and people in the church know. They pretend that they don't know, though. Same thing in the world. Things are happening, but thanks to the Most High, no such thing happening in the UPK. No such thing here. Once you are in the wrong, some brother giving you up, man. You might not get the death penalty, but not going to put up with your wrongs, and then everybody go down. Nah. Verse what? 5? Oh, continue, right?
Verse 5. Then I will set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off, and all that go a word after him to commit whoredom with Molech from among their people.
All right. So what do you mean by whoredom with Molech? What, they find Molech and give him rod? Or they make Molech play in the box?
Follow the ordinances of Molech.
Right. They went in servitude of worshipping Molech, which is an idol. And the most I call it what? Whoredom. Yeah. Whoredom comes about you're married to, well, they don't call it adultery still, but we've been married unto the Most High. And we go up and pledge that we will serve Him forever. So when we allow either us or allow our children to go on to other gods, we call it whoredom. Continue.
Verse 6. And thou shalt turn.
And the
soul that turn after such.
Turneth.
That turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go a whoring after them.
What familiar spirit?
Familiar spirit would be I'm trying to find a proper right now.
And the soul that turneth after such as a familiar spirit, and after wizard, to go a whoring after them.
Hold on. What is familiar spirit?
Familiar spirits would be the like the horoscope on Lord kind of thing.
What we call reader man. So you love God read a man to read up in life and make him tell you what will happen and what you should do and which are your neighbor them will get trouble. Which are your neighbor abandon your lungs. And then go in and crystal ball or whatever and use. That's familiar spirit. Because what? When you go in crystal ball and then see things, what the thing showing in the things you see? Demons. Yeah. Demons showing things that he sees. And wizard is what?
Wizard is a man who practices witchcraft.
So into unto familiar spirit and wizard, he's saying unto what? Witchcraft. Witchcraft, where they don't say worship today, they say they celebrate nature. Now that's how you get caught, So you go and you join in the celebration of nature. The wind blows, the sun shining, the moon rise. Those things that are in nature that are greater than you. You celebrate those things. Or to worship those things. That's wizardry. Witchcraft. And then they use natural things out there, manipulate things available to suit their personal gain, such as your psyche. Yeah. Just like a white man give you the white picture. Manipulating your subconscious so that in your eyes, he can't be wrong. No matter what he does, he's not wrong. When a white man shoot up, what they call it, mass, when they have mass shootings, it's that individual man that is wrong, don't go and say the white race is wrong, or the white race is this. But when one black person do something, can't take black man, you know. So that's how black man talk, you know.
God.
You understand? And you have hundreds of persons, white persons who involved in mass shooting. And you never hear them say, how's a white man talking? No, it's the name, it's Timothy McVeigh. It's Humanity. Or mass shooter. Well, one day we'll shoot up the church again. It's Dylan Root. It's Timothy McVeigh. It's never that, it's only we who know now that the white man is the devil can tell you that. And tell you that in all of them stations. The one that you don't see, you push it, put in the shoe, in your shoes, your hardship, and see how it react. See what it don't see. No matter how the COVID panic coming up, most I say is going to expose him for who he really is. Alright. So witchcraft, continue from there.
And wizard, and after wizard, to go a warring after them. I will even set my face against that sword, and will cut him off from among his people.
Right. So how you cut him off from among his people? Yeah. Kill him. Yeah. That's why the Bible put it nice. I will cut him off from among his people. Kill him, go and kill him. Next verse.
John 1, verse 7. Sanctify yourselves, therefore, and be ye holy, for I am the Lord your God.
Sanctify yourselves and be ye holy. Be ye separate. Don't do what the others are doing. Stand out. You know, sometimes some people say, watch him, you love one like him better than people love one like him different.
Okay.
He can't do what we are doing. No, we are not supposed to do what the others are doing. We are supposed to be separate. And we are not separate unto wickedness. We are separate unto the Most High and His righteousness. We are separate. Don't tell me that you are separate unto holiness. I would just
separate.
exactly. You know, that's what you hear in the church. They are separate unto righteousness. All right, continue.
John 1, verse 18. And ye shall
Verse what?
verse 8.
Oh,
And ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am the Lord who sanctify you.
So you shall keep His laws and do them. I am Yahweh, which sanctifies you. Verse 9.
John 1, verse 9. For everyone that curseth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death. He has cursed his father or his mother, his blood shall be upon him.
You see the punishment for cursing the parents? State sentence. No, did it say if your parents did not take care of you, or what we would say, your parents didn't mind you? So if your parents did not take care of you, it is okay for you to curse him? Or if my parents gave me up for adoption, it's okay for me to curse him? Or if I had a deadbeat dad, it's okay for me to curse him. It's the man curses parents. Should be what?
One son shall be surely put to death.
Should be killed. That's what it says. And there is no one has the authority to change that. But there are some that will tell us, why me feel say from my peers to take care of me, man, I have the right to don't like them, man. Once my parents don't take care of me, I have such right. Bible doesn't give you any such right. You have to honor your parents, regardless of what they do. Punishment for not doing so is death. Alright. Let's go down to verse 10.
Leave off of verse 9.
Oh, more is there? Continue.
He has cursed his father or his mother, his blood shall be upon him. Verse 10. And a man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer, the adulteress, shall surely be put to death.
The what? Alright, put it in Jamaican terms. The man who committed the adultery means what? What do you call him in Jamaica? Joe Grind. Right. So Joe Grind, the Bible is saying Joe Grind should do what? Joe Grind should be put to death. So no praises for Joe Grind. Come on, I mean, a Joe Grind in my life, you know. If our laws were to hold still, you would be put to death. And guess what? She would be put to death too. So both Joe and Joisha will be put to death. Continue.
Verse 11. And the man that lieth with his father's wife has uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Alright. In this case, that father's wife is not the mother of that son. That would be what? His what? His stepmom. So you sleep with the stepmother, what's the punishment? Death. I wonder if we realize how serious the Most High is. This period that we're in that is called grace period. It's just a little easement from these laws. Because a man can, a person who don't know that he should not sleep with his stepmom and then go and sleep with his stepmother, he can be forgiven. But if it was when the law was in effect, where does it say he should be forgiven? It's not there. It says clearly he should be what?
Be put to death.
Alright, continue.
Verse 12. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion.
Lie with what? The daughter-in-law is who? The wife of his son. So that daughter-in-law is the wife of his son. So it is saying that one?
Both of them shall surely be put to death.
What him?
They have wrought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them.
Now, why the most I call it confusion? Yes. Guess why it's called confusion? Yeah.
If a child is brought forth out of that union.
Thank you. When you look at the purpose of a man lying with a woman, it's not for pleasure, you know. It's for reproduction. So this woman have two children, that is brother and sister, are two brothers. This one should call this one father. And you see the confusion? How we can work it out? Let's see if we can work it out. The child from the father would be what to the son?
Brother.
Would be brother and what? Would be brother.
Yeah.
All right. And then that father's son having a son with the same woman, that son will do what? To the child, the next child.
Father and brother.
The brother.
And father.
So that child now is to call his mother's next child brother and to call his father's son brother. You know the confusion? So to stop all that, the most I said they should be what?
When God go to them, they have brought confusion. The blood shall be upon them.
Right. So these are the confusions. So when I tell somebody say, I'm going to your uncle. Yes, it's my uncle and also my brother. Oh that. And the mother is your grandfather. Yes, my grandfather. As a matter of fact, I don't know.
I'm a stepfather too.
Exactly. Grandfather and stepfather. You know this who did this song, eh?
Yeah.
Don't tell Ma. Who said that? Who always said that? Eh?
The pedophile.
The Edomites, man. If it's a black person, they will say what? So, are you going to carry it? But the East side will say, don't tell Ma. Anyway, all these brings confusion on the land. And also, it gives rise to what? Yes. It have a physical problem as well. What's that physical problem?
Deformity.
Deformity, or what we call what? Handicap. That's not to say that all persons that are handicapped are victims of incest. But incest does cause handicaps. And another thing, we then call it Down syndrome, yeah. Mental, but then that not captain. Yeah, physical and mental handicap, right. It can cause mental handicap, which is probably total madness. It's more than just that. The most I will take this away from it because, all right, this is the generation of the thing, son that you mess up. They coming down the line now does what? continuing with the same thing does what?
Create
Deeper problem. Alright. And then next thing you know, you become your own grandpa. I am my own grandpa. And you should be put to death. That's what the scripture says. Get those blood from out the way. And when you come further down, you're going to see what it's leading up to. Continue. Or probably the next chapter.
Verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lie with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Alright, that's an abomination. That is not what's the word it used earlier? That's not confusion. That's abomination. They can't reproduce. But the Most High said, no. Don't give your love to another man. Give your love to a woman. You give your love to another man, you shall certainly be put to death. Continue.
Verse 14. If a man take a wife, and her mother, it is wickedness, they shall be burned with fire, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you.
How you burn them with fire now? Alright. That's how you know that it was really we that was in the so-called dark ages. And funny enough, it was called dark ages because it's not darkness that Europe was under. It was called dark ages because it was the dark people that was ruling. That's why it was called dark ages. But because it is now all white ruling, they use it. Flip the script. I call it dark ages to say these are the time when Europe was in darkness. But what you find is that for Esau's generation, yes, he was also in darkness when the dark people was ruling Europe. Because they were cave dwellers then. And they were the ones who came up while Europe, everyone was fairly civilized. They were the ones saying, you can't sail out to the horizon. They didn't even call it horizon. They can't go all the way out there or you will fall off. But when they think that way, wasn't the world a much peaceful place? when you think that if you should sail across the ocean, you would fall off. The world was safer. Yeah, and then until you find out that you can sail across the ocean, then everybody in danger. Alright. So if a man, you should not take and her mother. Don't take the cow and the calf, or you will burn at the stake. But you, when it say and they, what it means?
both of them.
The mother and the daughter.
Yeah.
You, the mother and the daughter. It's the same if the father and the son be with the same woman. Same thing. The mother and the daughter being with the same man. Confused, but this one they said burn with fire. 15.
And if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and he shall slay the beast.
Right, so if you go and no donkey or cow or no animal screwing, lend not your rod unto an animal, or you and he shall surely be put to death, and he shall slay the beast. So him and the beast will be killed. Right. You see how the most I push holiness in you, in us? Those little kinks. That's how you iron out the kinks. Get rid of those persons. So if a man come up and him see a gorilla. A gorilla have a tendency to have a round ass too. You see the gorilla and you admire it. And you go and lay with it. Lay with that gorilla. You should be put to death. And that gorilla should be put to death too. So if it up clean beast, same treatment. Same treatment. Alright. Verse 16.
And if a man and if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down there too, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
Same thing if that woman. So, you see why the most have to be sending plagues on these nations? Bestialities like a walk in the park. A person rich and say, I want to marry my dog. I want to marry my cat. And then they find some idiot priest who will do it. When the Most High's law says you don't. Right? And this is why we have to go through these things, because we are in a period of grace. And the grace period it just means that the Most High is giving you time to get it right. Now, since Christ come until now, some people look at it and say, and because when they talk about grace and Christ not come. But the reality is, yes, it's approximately 2,000 something years since Christ. How much years you get? Is it 2,000 years you get? Yeah? So you and I did not get 2 years to get it right. What did we get? A lifetime. 3 square and 10 if you're lucky. Because many of us got short. Some of us lucky enough to go further. But the reality is, it is just your lifetime you get to get it right. So you don't look and say 2,000 years. And maybe Christ won't be coming back. Maybe this, maybe that. Look from when? From when what? It's only your lifetime you get. So you have to watch your lifetime. You're not allowed to look at the bigger picture. Because you're not in the bigger part of the picture. You're just one little frame in the bigger picture when it comes to grace. Alright, next.
Verse 17. And if a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she see his nakedness, it is a wicked thing, and they shall be cut off in the sight of their people. He has uncovered his sister's nakedness, he shall bear his iniquity.
Alright, so he shall be put to death for sleeping with his sister. Incest, that is. So the punishment for incest is for you to be cut off, which is being killed. Verse 18.
Verse 18. And if a man shall
hold on. It's him going to his sister or the sister going to him. The same thing. So sometimes it can work either way. Him making the approach or she making the approach. It doesn't matter. Whoever go, it should not happen. You both of you going to be cut off. 18.
And if a man shall lie with a woman having her sickness, and shall uncover her nakedness. He has discovered her fountain, and she has uncovered the fountain of her blood. And she has uncovered the fountain of her blood, and both of them shall be cut off from among their people.
You see the punishment for laying with a woman while she is in that time?
Yeah.
Being cut off from among your people. When you put it this way, you shall be cut off from among the people. You can either be excommunicated from the country, because a lot of people are kicked out of the country. So you can't stay here. So no more can you go to the temple. That's one way how many Israelites went out of Jerusalem to neighboring countries. They migrated. Once you commit certain acts of wickedness, and certain acts like this, just laying with a woman while it's her time of the month, you are cut off from the people, either by death or they kick you out of the country. If it was by stoning, they would say you shall be stoned. But they put it this way: we cut off from among you, from your people. So you could be killed. I mean, if you make it to the city of refuge, well, luckily for you, right? But one thing for sure, you won't be back in that temple. Continue.
Verse 19. And thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, or of thy father's sister, for he uncovered his near kin, they shall bear their iniquity.
Alright, same thing, they shall be cut off or outright killed. That's what sleeping with your aunt. What would I say? 19? Your mother, sister, your father, sister, right? Your aunt. That's unlawful. That's unclean. That's unholy. And by unholy we mean what? And we say that is unholy. What are we saying? Hands up, wait until you identify. Yes. It's not separate. We're saying that it is unholy. We were saying something. Akaya. Officer Akaya. So answer to? Give it a shot? You giving it a shot?
Unholy.
No, not unholy, but to say that that sleeping with your aunt, it's unholy. What are we saying?
You have to say that means that you're breaking the law for most of the law makes us holy.
Alright, what do you say?
We're behaving like other nations around.
Right, that's one. Alright. So that means you are not in that frame to be in the presence of the Most High. To be in His presence, you have to be in holiness, in separateness, not doing the things that are against the law. I wouldn't even say doing the things that the other nations do. Because many of them behaving better than us now. Yeah, man. We're doing dirtier things than many of these nations. Not by our choice. We are put in a situation in which push you to do those things. But waking up is not for the mother nation, it's for who? It's for you, it's for us. So we are the ones who have to wake up, realize what they are doing to us, and what? Cry unto God. Cry unto the Most High. You know, this is one interesting part of our history which they wipe out. We crying unto God and God hearing us. When you read the Bible and it tells you about the various captivities, the only time we get free is when we cry to God. You know? Even if He is going to give us the strength to fight and overpower the oppressor, we still have to cry to Him. We not crying to Him and think that, yeah, we can go buy some AR-15 and go and march. And those are things that happen, you shoot each other. Those are the things that happen. But the power to free yourself is not in your own hand. Funny, yet for the other nation, the power to free themselves is more like in their own hand. They can go and fight and free. The white man did it. But you can do it. Because the number one predator is the one who has his foot on your neck. Right, so we have to practice, first of all, learn the things that are unholy. And by saying unholy, it means that the things that that make us not separate unto God, that make us unclean and cannot be in the presence of the Most High. That's the partial. Most High not partial. It is because He loves you, He's going to accept you on your dirty rules, your dirty parts. Nah. Look, you will love somebody and you say, you know, so that money and love people things, you know, but you know, I'm a friend. I never one day tell him 10 teeth in 2 teeth. Papa? You can have a friend who is and tell him in 2 teeth. Are you? They better you I can do it. Now you're in the truth, you can do it. But when you're in the world, you think you're good. No, exactly. But now you are being taught to, what's the proper word now? Admonish, no. To correct, to chastise, not by the whip, but by words. You the truth, speaking to someone in the truth, chastising them verbally about their ways that they're doing. You know how hard you hit them? Yeah, because nobody ever tell them that. I say, you love gun too much, you're a murderer. Don't come over there. Can you imagine? Like a certain person, I was telling, you know, we're working on every minute, where you come from? Blah, blah. I mean, female in his family tell him, don't go down there, no work. Blah, 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 blah. And I said to him, them tell you not to come here, come work. They ever tell you so you're not to go do the things, then you must not go and do the things them that you do that is preventing you from working anywhere, everywhere. No, you know. So, well, that is a problem. So, when you're shooting. Well, I would die righteously. Yes. Question? Yeah. All right, let's continue. 21? 21 which?
20. And if a man lie with his uncle's wife, he has uncovered his uncle's nakedness. They shall bear their sins. They shall die childless.
Kill them before you pick the barn. That's how they're going to die childless, you know. They kill them before they pick the barn. Alright, 21.
Verse 21. And if a man shall take his brother's wife, it is an unclean thing. He has uncovered his brother's nakedness. They shall be childless.
Now look how funny the law is. Yet it tells you that if your brother die, not leaving a child to be heir to his possession, then you should do what?
Take his wife.
Take his wife and do what?
Make her pregnant.
And raise seed unto your brother.
Right.
But you can't do it while your brother is alive. There's certain condition that has to be met first. Not to say you're going to kill your brother for getting wife. You should not do that. Alright. Continue.
Verse 22. You shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out.
Now this is the thing about that piece of land. It always spew out anyone there that is practicing unholiness. And somehow for some reason people just drawn to sin when they are in that land. Yeah, so that the land spew you out and
Verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manner of the nation which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhor them.
alright, so if you notice the laws we have became laws because it's the things that everybody else was doing. Realize that? Yeah. All those things that are laws became laws because it wasn't new. If they don't don't put any marking on your skin, today we call it tattoo. But if don't put any marking on your skin, it's not new. You people going about getting tattoo like crazy, it's not new. If they don't eat pork, it's not new. Continue reading.
Verse 24. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit your land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, which has separated you from other people.
Land that flowing with milk and honey. Does this mean that there was a milk fountain and a honey fountain, or a milk river and a honey river? Okay, we have milk river in Jamaica. But it doesn't flow cow's milk. Does it mean that that land have a river of milk and a river of honey? What does it mean by a land flowing with milk of honey?
Bounty of the land is sweet.
Bounty of the land is sweet. Alright. Explain a little simpler. Well, yeah.
So mean that for the land is fruitful, so
Right, it has to do with the fruitfulness. Well, it's the same thing you say now, Officer Kaya, but make it a little simpler. The land is fruitful. You grow guavas, maybe big like orange. Right. Mangoes, well, there was a lot of figs. I don't know what that for sure what that is. I want to get his mango. Maybe not. But figs were plentiful in that land. What else was plentiful there? Pomegranate, grape. It seemed to grow grape. You don't even know, I think that piece of land grows some of the biggest grapes, seedless grape. Some big one, you ever see them in the supermarket and so on.
Yeah.
I think here most of them, a lot of them come from there. All right. Verse what?
Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean, and between unclean fowl and clean. And ye shall not make your soul abominable by beast, or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean.
Right. So, I mean, if you look at the essence of the law, the most I don't. All right. You have laws. He shall make laws just to get us in trouble, don't you?
God.
Yeah. I want to go with a law like jaywalking. What's the purpose of that?
Get in jail.
Just to get you in jail. They come up with a law loitering, for instance. That's what. Get you in jail. You don't want people hanging around at your place because you know you used to slave them, so maybe they might come back and cut your throat. That's how the loitering law for you know. But getting the spirit of the law, getting the essence of what it is about. This law was not made with grievance. That's why I say my laws are not grievous, meaning that these laws were not made because the most I want to give you something hard to do. Esau is called mischievous because he wants to give you something hard to do. Right? But the most high law, not grievous, meaning the purpose of the law is just to make you better and to make you be able to be in the Most High's presence. Esau's law that he made for you is not for that purpose. His law is to bring pressure on you. Mm. You're driving in an 80 zone and then looks it cut to 50 and you don't even see a sign. Maybe some vehicle knock it over. Who cares? You think I care? No. He made guns and then he made gun laws. He tell you that all man is free, but nowhere in the Constitution it says except the black man, you know. But it's not talking to you. His laws are mischievous. Jim Crow laws. Laws that take away voting rights from you. I mean, we should not vote to put other nations over us, but in the black majority state, they will be able to put someone of their kind as their ruler, right? But because his laws are so mischievous, he now goes and says, if you have a criminal record, you cannot vote. So what he does? Make sure you have a criminal record. So come in with jaywalking and all them things, right? The Most High says, don't eat pork. He's not tempting you with pork. The pigs are there serving their purpose, cleaning up the place. He's not making ham to tempt you. What else? Pig tail. What else? Trotters. Rat. What else they get from the pig? And the straight pork.
Bacon.
Ah, bacon. Well, bacon is same ham. Just put it in strips. Right? He says don't eat things in the waters that don't have fin and scale. He's not making shrimp kebabs for you and waving it in front of you. Nah, 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 you will not getting none. Esau does those things. The most I said don't eat shrimp, he come and say shrimp kebab, butterfly shrimp, peppered shrimp. You see the temptation? The Most High does not do those things. He's not grievous. His laws are not grievous. His laws is just to make you better. Tell me some of Esau laws to make you better. Only one. Only one I would give him. The law against killing. And guess what? Even that law is just for you because they kill you and get away with it. Scotch free. So we have to give him and take it back.
It's like the law we don't say not to kill, it means maybe have to protect them. So
Mm.
they can kill you, but you know.
You're not supposed to kill them. Yeah. The gun laws. You're free to carry a gun, but there is some clause. And one clause says in our criminal record they're not supposed to carry a gun. So they make sure you have criminal record. That's why you have the blacks. So many blacks in America have been killed. They target the blacks to give them criminal record. You know. This is just to disenfranchise Jacob from the system, from benefiting from the system. These are the things that prevent the blacks in America from benefiting from the system. So you see these bright lights tempting you, and you ain't getting a part of it because they already give you a criminal record. That what you can't get a student loan with a criminal record. Can't get a decent job, right? You look at all these laws, and in the days of the Jim Crow South, these laws are grievous. Most High's laws are not grievous. The Most High did not tell you, say, don't sleep with your aunt, don't sleep with your uncle, don't sleep with your daughter, because he did not like you. He tell you not to do these things because he loves you so much that he wants you in his presence. But you know I'm not dirty foot around him. Yeah. It's just like you, brothers. I mean, you don't want a butterfoot man around him. Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why not for him. They don't want a worrish woman around you.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a problem.
That's how you look at it because that's a problem.
No, man, so.
That's how you look at it.
No. What?
Ah. The child is going down? Or okay.
So,
Yeah.
so you see somebody to the like on the street walking and you see a lady and she asked you, no, she said,
Make it quick.
yeah, it's like me tell her, say, she asked me about the group and me tell her, say, man have more than one wife, so she said, woman don't have more than one.
All right. Equality them talking about.
Yeah.
All right. There's no such thing in this in your law. So that is why it says, ye shall therefore put difference between clean beasts and unclean beasts. You're not doing that because God don't like you. You're doing that because he likes you, he loves you so much that he wants you in his presence. He says, and between unclean fowls and clean. So don't go into Janko. I expect to go use that same mouth and say, praise God. Praise you to God. Right? And ye shall not make your souls abominable by beast or by fowl. So fire it affects your soul, because the soul travels with the body. So if your body is unclean, you can carry your soul. With the soul, the body carries the soul into the temple. When we're at the physical temple, you can't stay home and send the soul into the temple. You have to get up and walk. The soul is already clean, you know. But because you get the body unclean now, you're giving it an unclean beat. It's like you have a car and the car is so dirty, but you be unclean and you inside the car. I mean, what people see? Do they see a clean you in the car, or do they see a dirty car?
Dirty, dirty.
Right, so that car is like the body. And the soul inside the body, no one can see that. I mean, it is untouched. That is why when you're doing something that is wrong, you can get a prick in your mind that you should not do this thing, because you can't corrupt the soul. That is why the soul, no matter how evil you be, or how insane, mad you be, you die, the soul go back to the Most High. It's incorruptible. So he says, but you can make it abominable by doing these unclean things. So you can take your soul into the presence of the Most High while it's in your body. But we are the only nation who gives the key to be able, while the soul in the body, to take this body before it with the soul. The only nation. Or by fowl, or by any manner of living thing that creepeth on the ground, which I have separated from you as unclean. So all these laws telling them, a man say, oh, man can't tell me nothing, man. Blah, 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 blah. The Most High is not telling you not to do these things because you want to bring out some grievance against it. You should be honored because he has shown you the way. And guess what? Even if the other nations do this, they still don't have a right to be there in his presence. The person with that right is you. Who did he give the temple? Who did he give the commandment to say, do these things and you shall be over the other nations? You. The other nation never got that. Alright, verse 26.
Verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
See? That's the purpose of the law. The laws. To make you be him in his presence. It's like me having this pencil here. It's mine. Right? It's in my presence. So we would be like this pencil belonging to the Most High. We are his, and he wants it in his presence. Now if this pencil should fall in some filter or something, I don't want it in my presence. Sure of what? Yeah, you don't want it in your presence. You have to clean up. So when we do law class and things, don't take it personal. It's to get us clean. Just remember. I'll say it again. Grace period. Just remember that. Grace. To study about these laws, get clean so that we can be in his presence. And then you shall see this evil world tumble. It starts already. And thanks to the UPK, you the UPK and for that. Thanks to the UPK for bringing back righteousness, holiness, separateness to Israel. It's only by bringing that back we can ever go in the presence of the Most High. Let no man fool you. Let no fake Israelite fool you. This thing is not a clap and answer thing. This thing is to sit down and learn It's not a sing and feel good thing. Sit down, learn. And when you learn enough, you can impart it onto others. That's how it spreads. Right? So, it's not, there's no grievance here. None. I mean, we have, even in our country here, even in our country here, there's a big pretty highway there. You can't drive fast on it. That's like temptation. But then again, I mean, they give you some vehicle which is to buy, which is not so safe. But they sell you at as safe. Done. Now, depending on the amount of money you have, you can get a safer vehicle. But the most I doesn't work that way. Huh? You know, ask me a question. I'm not following what you say. All right, verse what we are now.
Verse 27.
Yeah.
Verse 27. A man also, or a woman that has a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard.
Yeah, the ogre man. That's what we call them in Jamaica. We don't call them sorcerer. We don't use them both in it. They are voodoo man, they are ogre man. Continue.
Shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones. Their blood shall be upon them.
Alright, so this now you're sure that, you know, that's why I tell you what manner you're going to kill them with today. Stones. So you tell us that, oh, you find a wizard, no forgiveness. So you know in practicing witchcraft, and you're an Israelite, and you come now and you learn this. What should you do? Exactly. Don't look and say, what witchcraft is this?
What's the way?
You can look and say, but witchcraft is this. Just touch a little, no? You might fall on me. You can look and say, witchcraft is, but witchcraft has its benefits. You understand? You can't do that. You say, look, it can make me rich. And my people rich. You have no such liberty to do or to say that. You are rich. The most I say your sentence is what? Death by stoning. Alright, now that's one. Chapter 20, let's go over to 21.
21.
Alright?
Verse 1.
Correct? Con?
Leviticus chapter 21, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, speak unto the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say unto them, there shall none be defiled for the dead among his people.
Right. So this is a practice they had from Egypt, where they had a dead in the family. Whereas if it's someone who they consider important, they would go and like torture themselves. The Africans still do it. Various Amite tribes, even though many of them live in the wild, they put cuttings, markings, torture, like, and like, you put yourself a torture that, you know. I mean, one pin prick your finger, it's painful. And you to take something to put cuttings on your flesh because you have a death in the family and this person who died. Oh, he's my mother, he's my father, he was the chief, he was the this, he was the that. In Israel, it doesn't matter. You're dead, you're dead. We cry if we must. But no, we ain't gonna put no blemish on our skin for you. Ain't gonna happen. Continue reading.
Verse 2. But for his king that is near unto him, that is, for his mother, or for his father, and his son, and for his daughter, for his brother, verse 3, and for his sister, a virgin that is nigh unto him, which has had no husband, for her, for her may he had will be defiled. For her may he be defiled.
Verse what?
Verse 3.
And for that is lion which has no or earth we defile. Alright, but how would he be defiled for those that are close to him? Let's see if we can connect the dots now to this one. There was something in the New Testament that Christ said that comes right back here. Read it again from verse 2 and 3. But
for his king,
right,
near unto him,
right,
that is, for his mother,
your mother,
for his father,
your father,
and for his son,
your son,
and for his daughter, and his brother, verse 3, and for his sister, a virgin that is nigh unto him, which has had no husband.
No, what yeah, you can't defile yourself for him. Continue.
For her may he be defiled.
All right. All right. Read 4. 4 times could give it away. Let me see if you're paying attention. Read it.
Verse 4. But he shall not defile himself, being a chief man among his people, to profane himself.
All right. Who want to give the explanation now? Who paying attention? Yeah. Explain from being defiled. Right? What is it talking about?
Being defiled in all laws. If you are, once you are associated with a dead body, you are unclean. You go to the funeral, when you prepare the body for burial, so forth.
Right.
And then in the New Testament, your Christ said, let the dead bury their dead.
All right, let's move on to that. All right, brother, you're paying attention. You're paying attention. So he's saying, explain this other part now that says, verse 1. 5, right. No, not 5. 4. Explain it down to 4. But he
shall not defile himself, being a chief man among his people, to profane himself.
Meaning that one. Chief man is our
Priest.
You don't have to be a priest. You can be a governor. You could be a king. It could be, remember there's 2, you have the spiritual leaders and you have the worldly leaders. What you are being trained for in the truth is one man being both. That is why you are priest and
priest and officer.
You are trained to be priest and what under Christ. When Christ comes, you shall be what?
Priest and they will be like their God. Priest and
priest and prophet.
Priest and prophet. No. When Christ comes?
No. Prince.
King.
Thank you.
Priest.
Thank you.
Kings and priests.
So you know, the priesthood, the kingship, one person. All right. So basically, we say that is saying that you being a leader, all the people have to look up to daily. You can't defile yourself for the day. Because you have to provide these holy service. Whereas if you are a priest, as I say, whereas if you are a priest, you have to provide these holy service unto your people. So you cannot defile yourself, not for a deed. Because you go in the presence of the dead, make your on 70. You just simplify it, explain it. Let you see that there is no grievance in it. So they said to Peter, who he said it to? Peter, let's go to Luke 9 and 60.
Luke chapter 9, verse 60. Jesus said unto him, let the dead bury their dead, but the Son of God.
Hold on. Go to 59. Want to pick up who he was speaking to.
Verse 59. And he said unto another, follow me. But he said, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father.
All right. So if we can find which verse it tells you who he was having the conversation with. A certain man. You know, see where it's Peter. All right, hold on. Let the dead bury their dead. All right. Give me Matthew 8 and 22 and let me see what it says. A certain scribe. All right, continue. No man, read that one.
A certain scribe.
Yeah.
Verse 19. And a certain scribe came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee wheresoever thou goest. Verse 20. And Jesus said unto him, foxes are full, and birds of the air, next, the Son of Man has not there today said. Okay, right here, verse 21 says, another of his disciples. Verse 21, another of his disciples said unto him, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father.
Right, it was one of his disciples that came to him and said, allow me to go to my father's funeral. And Christ said, continue reading.
But Jesus said unto him, follow me, and let the dead bury their dead.
Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead. What is it after that?
Verse 23, and when he was entered into the ship, his disciples followed him.
All right, give me back Luke 9, no, what was that? 9 and 20? 9 and 60.
Luke chapter 9, verse 60. Jesus said unto him, let the dead bury their dead. Go and preach the kingdom of God.
Right. So his duty at the time was paramount. He was preaching the kingdom of God unto the people. The law says, let's go back to the law. Verse. Right. He was like a chief man among his people. They were like chief men among their people, meaning leaders to look up to them. True? Yeah. So he said, stick to your duties. People are depending on you to do these things. It's like you have 100 people, or even 5 persons, depending on you every whatever day class you're teaching. And then you'll have to cut that day class to go to a funeral, which probably the next week you still cannot enter back to class. Right. But in Christ's time, Christ had a small window, 3 years, to take his gospel to his people before he was put to death. But here it is in the law, verse Leviticus 21 and 4. Read.
Done. Leviticus 21 verse 4. But he shall not defile himself, being a chief man among his people. Prepare himself, make baldness upon their head. Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cutting in their flesh.
So why do we see these fake Israelites shape up like pretty boys? And at the same time, they are saying you should follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. But they are going to tell you that why your job is important, you know, so you have to take that shape up, and because what? Their purpose of breaking off is to collect tithes. Yeah. So you not conforming with the workplace rule is going to cut into their tithes. So they tell you, you know, let the common sense prevail, man. If they say at the workplace that you have to shave. They can't live without the work. That's why here they come with the work. We here, you know, we all have a job. We all work. U.P.K men work. U.P.K men would have gotten promotions too if they have just shaved. Many of the U.P.K would have gotten a promotion if they have just shaved. But they have chosen righteousness over worldly things. Something which the fake Israelites are not able to do. Because as far as they're concerned, they need these worldly things to survive. Woo! But the most I ask you, what do you think is more important? Him or the world? Alright, continue. Verse
6. Verse 6. They shall be holy unto their God, and not profane, and not profane the name of their God, but the offering of the Lord made by fire, and the bread of their God they do offer, therefore they shall be holy.
Right. So you're making these offerings to God, and you're talking about the bread of God, talking about like the shoe bread and so on. and you are just like the other nation, then the most I would need to give you a covenant. He could have done it to anybody else then. It's like you have in your home, you have a German Shepherd, but at the same time you bring in a little mongrel from your German Shepherd to mate it. What's the sense in having a German Shepherd in the first place? Understand? So we are Israelites, being holy unto God, but we're doing the same things in the other nations are doing. What glory is in it in you saying that you are an Israelite? You'll be none. Continue.
Verse 7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore.
All right. So you see, regardless of what you think says why shall have a problem and blah 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 blah. You shall not take a war. Continue.
Verse 10. Neither shall they take a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his God.
All right. Who should not do that? No. All right. This is from verse 1. What we're reading is really holiness to the priest. That is why the priest can defile himself. If you are a priest and you are not a chief man among the people, you can go to tell you the funerals, you can go to your next of kin, which is your mother, your father, your son, your daughter, your brother. So you are a priest, so you have to follow these two. And if you are a priest and you have a daughter and your daughter did have a husband, you can't defile yourself, but you show the virgin. You can't. You see how serious this thing is? Yeah. And then it says, if you are a priest and a chief man, then like maybe the high priest, then you can't. Neither your mother, your father, nor you can't have no food around. However, in Esau's church, the priest is the main one in the funeral. He's the one that conducts the funeral.
The one that pray over the
Yeah.
blessing.
All right. All right. So, verse 7. They shall not take a wife that is a whore. The priest can't take a whorish wife or a profane wife. Neither shall they take a woman put away. A woman that was married already, the priest can't take him same wife, for he is holy unto God. So you see, you have holiness for the congregation, you know. But the priest who is entering into a section of the temple, they call it holiest, what they call it?
Holy of holies.
Holy of holies. It's only the priest can go in there, you know. So even though you get the law that says don't eat this, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that, you still not clean enough to go into the Holy of Holies, you know. As a matter of fact, when the priest going into the Holy of Holies, he had to put a horn or a rope around his waist, leading outside, and have a bell on him. So while he's in there performing his priestly duties, they will hear each time he moves, they hear the bell tinkling. Hence you're going to need that rope because you can't go in the forest. So you stay outside and you pull it. That's why the rope was around the waist, you know. When you drop down in there and then you can pull him out. That was how serious our thing was with the most time. Yeah.
I made an observation. I could be wrong, but when they started the commercial anthem, when they move it the way around the waist, it's rope like with a shorter version. The shorter.
It's a cord.
Just a cord.
Yes, it does hold them waist, but they're probably using it to represent that same rope.
Yeah, but that's shorter.
But it's short. Because they're not going to drop down and dead in anything. Because nothing they're doing is off the most side. But they ain't going to drop down and dead. And they know that. Verse 8.
Verse 8. Thou shalt sanctify him therefore, for he offereth the bread of thy God. He shall be holy unto thee, for the Lord.
For I,
the Lord, will sanctify you and holy.
alright. Then,
Verse 9. And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaneth her father, she shall be burned with fire.
No. What does it mean by she plays the what? If she profane herself by playing the word. What do you mean by playing the word? How can she play the word?
By saying, doing the, by going into other nations and indulging their practices, and coming back to her father's house and pretending to be.
I like how you put it, but it's not talking about that one. It's talking about sexual work. Because guess what? The son should do the same thing. But here it's talking about the daughter. So it's talking about sexual immorality. What are some of the things that she could do that is going to profane her father?
Sleeping with sleeping with more than one day.
All right. Look at it this way. She's betrothed to a man.
God.
And she went and sleep with another man.
God.
Maybe she went to, what do they call it before you man married? Bachelorette party. Just like when the man will go to a bachelor party. And he'll do all he want to do before him go and marry. And the woman do the same thing, go to a bachelorette party. One last piece before she get married. Now she is the daughter of a priest, betrothed to a man, go and sleep with another man, then come back and marry the man that she is betrothed to. Could be just a one night stand, which many societies. And guess what? Death sentence that for her. I think like that. She don't have to be going. She don't have to go and hang out on the roadside like what you see in the town there. You don't have to be that much. Yeah. All right. You remember our last when say the man come and say, "Why they give their wife which." No, him not, he won't use that part say nobody want. But him say, I got a wife that was not a virgin when I married her. Meaning that she was with another before she married him. Then your law said that she has done what? Played before. She should be stoned to death. Now, is as simple as that. I won't be around. Unless they little coin they call token. Unless you want to make something like that and give it. But there won't be any blooded white sheep. Alright, verse what?
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. And he that is the high priest among his brethren, upon whose head the anointed oil was poured, and that is consecrated to put on the garment, shall not uncover his head, nor rend his clothes.
See that one? I see someone's brethren upon whose head the anointed oil was poured. Alright, so so your daughter being profaning herself, you can't weep for it, you can't mourn for it. That's what I tell you. Alright. Oh yeah, 11.
Verse 11. Neither shall he go in to any dead body, or defile himself, or his father, or his mother.
Right. Earlier, further up where it says, if you are a chief man. So here he is a chief man now. So until his mother and father and can go near that dead body. Due to same thing for us. But because we're not offering in the temple again, the only thing, they allow you, you can go, but they're unclean for 7 days. If we had the temple and we were offering in the temple, we can't go. The mother dead, they can't go. Can't go the week, the setup. But they can't go to funeral. Unless it's a memorial service and the body is not there. You could go. It's being around the dead body that is going to make you unclean. Right. Yeah.
Even though it's only, if there is not a priest, but if your mother dies, it's just because you are a priest, you are a high priest, that you cannot go around.
Right. Because you are the one who offer the holy things unto the Lord. And what else to understand? The high priest offer these things how often? How often? Really? How often? Yeah.
Whenever time it is required.
Really? That's what the law says.
Apart from the I.O.D. Yes, the I.O.D.
The sacrifice was what? It was called the what? Thank you. It was called the daily sacrifice. As a matter of fact, it's in the morning and the evening, twice daily. So you are the one anointed and appointed to do this. There is no deputizing. The next, if you are still alive and they are going to choose somebody to do it, you won't be doing it. The one who they choose, that will be the one doing it. So when you go and you defile yourself, 7 days you won't be able to offer before the Most High. So the nation suffer because of you defiling yourself. The entire nation will suffer. Just so. Continue.
Verse 13. And he shall take a wife in her virginity.
That's the only wife the priest can take. A virgin. Go on.
Verse 14. A widow, or a divorced woman, or proclaimed, or an harlot. These shall he not take, but he shall take a virgin of his own people to wife.
So the Levite priest would only marry could only marry a virgin. Hands up, man.
Levite virgin.
They really say, oh, as if you don't remember.
A Levite virgin.
He could only take a Levite virgin. So that Asian priest can only take an Asian virgin. And then again, the Levite, they multiplied nothing. Large. Continue.
Verse 15. Neither shall he profane his seed among his people, for I, the Lord, do sanctify him.
All right. So, you can go there and get the whole woman and dash him seed all about it. You have another tribe not offering the holy things. You can have several wives and you probably do that. You can have several wives from different tribes. He can do that. His wife has to be a Levite. So his seed can't be out there among the people. It has to be a Levite. All right, continue. 16.
Verse 16. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 17. Speak unto Aaron, saying, whosoever he be of thy seed in their generation that has any blemish, let him not approach to offer the bread of his God.
All right. Here, we earlier when we talk about the most I say you can marry your aunt, your sister, and so on. You should be cut off from among the people. And I explained that doing this most times can cause handicap, right? All right, watch this now. Verse 1, we were a while ago.
Yeah, verse 18.
All right.
Verse 18.
No. Read back 17.
Speak unto Aaron, saying, whosoever he be of thy seed in their generation that has any blemish, let him not.
Attacking blemish as in handicap. Let's examine.
Verse 18. For whatsoever man he be that has a blemish, he shall not approach a blind man, or a lame,
All right.
or he that has a flat nose.
You say, as easy as that. But the flat nose, he can breathe, he can blow. But can't be a priest.
Or anything superfluous.
All right, superfluous. Superfluous. Google. Give me that word.
Superfluous, unnecessary, especially should be more than enough.
Unnecessary, especially to be what?
More than enough.
All right. So you supposed to have 5 fingers, but you have, there's some people with a little finger. Yeah? You want to see that? So you have more than enough fingers, don't you? Right, you can't be a priest. 19. And not only, suppose you have extra flesh growing somewhere. Same thing, more than enough. They're just too big. Bigger than normal. Can't do. Alright, go on.
Verse 19. Or a man that is broken footed
So if you simply cannot be a priest, get a foot. Or
broken handed.
just a broke foot or a broke collar, you can't be a priest. That's how perfect you have to be. Or
20 or crook back.
What is crook back? Inch back. Or
a dwarf.
You're just too short. No, you're just too short. The thing is working fine with you. Can't be a priest. Or
he that has a blemish in his eye. That's the eye.
So a blemish in his eye like a spot, cocky eye, or one eye, it's tough in front of some people and they're looking at you, but like they're looking so sharp, yeah. Any blemish in his eye or
he's scurvy.
What is scurvy? What gives you that? Lack of vitamin C. Or
as his stones broke.
No, after scurvy what?
Or scab.
Scab. You did have too much sore. Maybe they heal, but the skin is there. The marks are there. You can't be a priest. Or
as his stones broken.
What's that? Gelded. None of that 2 stone. 2 stone must be there. Alright, so if you are castrated, you can. I mean, so, is that I cut them out or you have? You can reproduce too. Can be a piece. Alright, where are we now? 21?
21.
Alright, 21.
21. No man that has a blemish of the seed of Aaron the priest shall come nigh to offer the offering of the Lord made by fire. He has blemish. He has a blemish.
He has a blemish.
He shall not come nigh to offer bread of his God.
Right. That's how perfect the Most High was. You have to come before Him. Perfect. Well, thanks for your Shai. He has now cleansed all that. So he is not doer. Can be a priest and officer. I don't know. Maybe when Christ might just touch his head and make him go. Verse 22.
Verse 22. He shall eat the bread of his God, both of the most holy and of the holy. Verse 23. Only he shall not go in unto the veil, nor come nigh unto the altar.
Right, so there's a fire can. They can do the party in the priesthood, you know. And eat the bread of the Most High, but can't go near the veil. You can't go into the Holy of Holies. Can't go in there. Continue.
Verse 23. He shall not go in unto the, because he has a blemish, that he profane not my sanctuary. For I, the Lord, will sanctify them. Verse 24. And Moses told it unto Aaron, and to his sons, and unto all the children of Israel.
And it is passed on unto today. Even though the temple is not around, the rules still are. All right, question.
So,
Hands up. Hands up. No, hands up on it until they're identified. All right, brother. Yeah, they are not.
yeah.
One. They didn't. Okay, all right. Go on.
All I need
All right. The duty of the priest in the temple, you know. All right. You ever watch an Anglican church or a Catholic church? Never see that. Never see them perform the duties. Oh, all right. You see it in show. You see the one that is the priest who do his thing, but this is other little people running helping him, right? Well, to the size of the temple at Jerusalem, you had to have other persons in the temple helping the high priest, right? Those persons who were in the temple had to be a Levite. The one who was a high priest, the head priest, had to be of the lineage of Aaron. He is the one who could not be without. They could have some blemish. They can never go in go near the veil or go near the Holy of Holies. Understand? And they will drop down dead in there. But they could still be of service in the temple. Right. And they could still eat the holy things and partake of the holy food, just not up there, sir. Right?
It just a priest alone should be up there.
Only him can go in them places. The matter is if him drop down and dead in there, nobody can take him out. That's why they have to tie cord around him. So when he do drop down and die, and guess what? If he die in the middle of the service, other things. Now, if you get appointed as prisoner, you suppose first time going that place, your heart supposed to be flattery. You don't know if you're going to die. Then you next. And you're going there, you drop down and you're dead. Because maybe you do something or nobody doesn't know, but they can't talk.
Thank you. So if you do something before you're going at the priest, like you're going at the priest, before you're going at the priest, you're going to do something wrong. And when you're in at the priest, you change your ways.
When you're in there, you better change it before you become the priest, before you become that high priest.
So like if you do wrong things before, when you're going at the priest, you do the last that something will happen to you.
Guess what? Is that come like that there's a all is not like it has its own law be in that. Just the fact that you're a Benjamin, you can't go in. You could have no blemish. Just the fact that you're a Benjamin, you can't go in there. You get me?
Part of that language to be there.
Exactly. So you have to have the birthright first. And then you have to be void of all these blemishes that we spoke of. Right? And the most I have to find favor in you. Yeah. However, if you read the story of Samuel, but that was in the days of the judge before the temple was built. Because Samuel used to steal Ark of the Covenant. That's when he was called. He came out and said, "You call me?" Because the high priest, he went to and said, "Yes." And I said, "I didn't call you." And then come back. And hear the voice again. Samuel, and then come back out, come out. Yes, surely you called me. No, I did not call you. Go back and go back. Oh, and if you hear the voice again, just say, speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. So he went in and he heard the voice again. Because the high priest knows him not too clean, you know. He knows him never too clean. So when Samuel hear the voice again and he says, speak, Lord, thy servant here, and he speaks to the angel spoke to Samuel. When see? Tell me now, when tell it. Very fast, tell me. Because he knows not clean. So you know, that is why because he would have been supposed to be the one with the voice call, you know. But he never clean. So Samuel tell him what he said. But he can't do anything. He can't find that. So that was how serious our laws are. It's not grievous. It's just to make you perfect. Take you closer to perfection. Christ did it. And Christ wasn't a Levite. He was a what? Judite. He was a Judite. So now again, all good. Any other question? Going once, going twice, and with that we pass the class over the priest and officer Akaya.
I.S.U.P.K security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3 verse 8 to 10. Means 10 in Hebrew and is pronounced Mahashara. 10% of every penny, 10% of any, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or a teacher. Priest fund, not free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation. Memorial of Glory, verse 24 to 25. Reminder Akiam and Aquatian. Check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for I.S.U.P.K events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, and headband or scarf. With that, we say Amajum means to stand, one courtesy, salute from teacher. Majum Shabbat, Majum Barak, Yaba Sham Yawashai Barakatam.
Yaba Sham Yawashai Barakatam.
One courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, sisters. Majum Shabbat. Majum Barak. Yahweh Shamar Ilatan Basham Yahweh. Get them a towel with that class with me.
Turn down the light. Let me see something. Turn it down. You can't go no more. That's it. Turn it up. Same thing. Okay. Yeah, you can. I was checking.